Hello friends, I am homeopath R.S. Sani. My homeopathy clinic is in Canada, British Columbia, and I am practicing active homeopathy since 1973. Today we will talk upon a subject which is really affecting our societies in a big way. The mental health of the many individuals is affected in one way or the other. One of the chief causes behind mental health problems in today's era is increasingly due to substance abuse, drugs, alcohol, and many other addictive substances. Many individuals they turn to alcohol or drugs in order to compensate for their stress, tension, anxiety, which can come to grip their minds due to many reasons. The mental health issues are attended to by many individuals by resorting to the use of alcohol and drugs, which over a period of time they become a habit, and the person who is using these substances cannot do without using these. Slowly and steadily, they become habit forming and lead to addictions. There are many kind of drugs which are available in the market. There are street drugs the people are falling prey to. Alcohol is also one of chief addictives. Even many individuals they get addicted to prescription drugs if they use it over and over again without the expert health of their expert consult of their health provider. In order to tide over these crises, which the individuals face on their mental emotional plane, they do not seek proper professional help. Rather, they resort to taking these substances, which at the end of the day prove very harmful and injurious to the health. These days, there are overdosing cases also, where many individuals are losing their precious lives after overdosing these drugs. They do not know the deep effect of these drugs and they take it over and over again, thereby creating a situation that the organism wants more and more, and thus these addictions ruin their lives. Nothing ever happens without a cause in this world. Every issue, every problem, every development has its roots tied somewhere. When it comes to the mental health matter, it also has some beginning somewhere. We experience so many situations in our lives. We deal with so many people and so many other conditions in our lives, and each situation leaves an impact of its own on our minds as human beings. Most of the problems which affect the person on his or her mental emotional plane, they culminate out of problems arising out of interpersonal relationships. If the relationships go sour, maybe at any front, maybe at home front, work front, or in other societal setups, that leaves an indelible impression on the mind of the persons who think themselves to be at the receiving end. As I said earlier, that nothing happens without a cause. Whenever any individual who is suffering with any addictions or substance abuse problems, he chooses to contact us for homeopathic help, we sit with the person on one-to-one session and we try to understand and delve deep down into the psyche of the person to collect the maximum information through the history, through the case taking, so as to reach to those pertinent causes which have become instrumental to make that person addictive to one or more than one substances or drugs. Our clinical experience tells us that most of the problems they find their roots in the interpersonal relationships at the family level and at the work front. A dysfunctional family where the persons keep on fighting with each other or partners in a business who do not cooperate with each other and the business suffers, there are losses and there are financial upsets. In such conditions also, many individuals they try to compensate their disturbed mental state by resorting to one or the other kind of drugs or alcohol in order to calm down their agitated nerves. In case of dysfunctional families, most of the cases they start between a fight between husband and wife. The children who are being raised in such dysfunctional families, they witness the parents fighting. As they grow up, they carry this sentiment inside them that our parents keep on fighting. Who would take care of us? Who would provide for us? Who would nurture for us? Because the parents, they're busy in fighting between themselves and they do not take care for the proper bringing up of the children. When such children they grow up, in order to compensate with this disturbed mental state of theirs, which happened in the early childhood, because this keeps on knocking at the back of their unconscious mind and they try to compensate these disturbed emotions by resorting to some kind of drugs or alcohol or any other substance abuse. The parents also, where they have the dysfunctional setups on their family level, they also adopt and resort to such kind of use of drugs or alcohol to calm down their mental emotional state. But this is not the solution, friends. Whenever there is any problem or upsets being faced by anyone, one must seek the help of a professional. One must choose to go to a professional of any stream who can help you out. In our practice, when we sit with the sufferer, with the addicts, as I said earlier, we collect the detailed case history. The case histories reveal the disturbed mental, emotional state of the person, and at present, when they come to seek the help, we connect their present mental state with the disturbed state of their mind when the problem started in the first instance. Many persons they say that I feel I am not respected. I feel I am not appreciated. My efforts they go unappreciated. I feel unloved. I feel as if I'm not a part of the family, a part of the group. I feel pushed out. I feel left out. And thereby, all this conveys a feeling of self worthlessness. This question of self esteem and feeling low and feeling indignation in certain situations, the person, in order to lift his mental emotional state, resorts to certain kind of drug abuse or alcohol. Over a period of time, when these habits they keep on growing, then the addictive behavior of the person also reflects in his mind, in his behavior, in his dealings, in his interpersonal relationships also outside the family. The person becomes sad, run down, no energy, doesn't like to go to work, wants to keep on lying in the bed, doesn't like to get up in the morning, feels jittery and irritable. His sleep gets disturbed. His body does not obey the command of the mind. He neglects his personal outlook, neglects his personal health, neglects his family, neglects his work, and overall, the person feels that I am good for nothing. Now, when we hear all these kind of stories and the impact on the mental, emotional plane of the person, we go to the selection of the constitutional remedy in the case of each and every individual because the situations of every person are not the same. The susceptibilities and the sensitivities of each one of the sufferers are different. So, in homeopathy, a remedy which covers the whole person, including his or her temperament, lifestyle, interpersonal relations, situations prevailing at work, how was the person raised in his childhood in the family? Was it a dysfunctional family? Or were the parents loving and caring? And how the person spent his school days, his university or college days, what problems anyone suffered, or faced down the road as one grew up and then one settles in one's life and career. All these phases of life, they help us to individualize the person and then fit the whole person into one constitutional homeopathic remedy, which, after its administration, balances the whole person on all his or her disturbed levels, the addictions and the habits to take any alcohol or any other drugs that over a period of time with the use of the homeopathic remedy gets addressed. Friends, where not only we as individuals, when we fall prey to such drugs or alcohol or other habits, we are ruining and affecting our health. At the same time, we are responsible for our children in the way that we are not able to take care and raise them up properly and give them the proper value so that they can get settled in their lives. So the suffering becomes from local to global. Everybody suffers. There are many individuals who approach us asking for the names of few remedies in homeopathy. We read it somewhere, somebody told us to take this, to take that. So I'll advise, please do not go after the hearsay or after something has been advised to you by some unprofessional people, because when it comes to the health and the addressal of your problems, we need to sit with the professional homeopathic physician so that he can do the justice by selecting the appropriately indicated remedy in your case after understanding your whole situation. Never ever self medicate and seek the proper professional help in order to get your issues addressed. For today, this is the talk which I have delivered just to educate the listeners that how homeopathy can help in such drug abuse or alcohol abuse cases which lead to mental health problems. If you have any question, you are welcome to post it here, and you can contact me also on my telephone 604 725 8401, or you can reach me via my website, which is www.homeopathsani.com. Thank you very much. Until next time, we'll talk on other issues related with mental health and their solution through homeopathic remedies. Thank you very much.